Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a medium question that I struggled with for a long time, but I finally came up with my own solution to. As you can see, a lot of tries, but I'm really proud that I finally got over time limit exceeded by basically pre-computing the results up front. So let me show you my own solution. So basically you're given two integer arrays and you want to find, they give you a time and you want to find the winner at that time and just return that winner. So something seems pretty simple, but it's actually really complicated. Let's print persons and times here and let's return 0 just as a placeholder. So you get this and this. So this is the person that has a vote at this time. So let's create a dictionary and let's go through all the times, or we can go through all the persons. And what we can do is, for this time, we record that this person had a vote. So self.times or self.d times of I dot append p in order. So let's print self.d. No network error, what's going on? Okay, so now you can see these are the votes, but now we have to keep track of the frequencies as well, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but we're going to use a counter to do that. So now let's say self.c of whoever this person was had another vote, and then we want to keep track of the who had the most votes. So let's say let's keep track of all the frequencies as well. So self.frequency equals default dict of list. So now self.frequency of self.c of p. So the frequency, we want to append p. And we also want to keep track of the most recent vote. So self.mostRecent equals to, should we make it negative infinity? Or let's just make it 0. Most recent, we're just going to update it to BP. Or we don't even need this, because actually what we're going to do is say if this frequency is bigger than the most biggest. So if it's bigger than or equal to self.biggest, we're obviously going to update it. Or other way around, self.biggest is equal to self.c of p. And then after we update the biggest frequency, now we're going to keep track of the winner at that time. Is going to be negative infinity as well. So self.winner is going to be whatever at the frequency, the biggest frequencies, -1, right? So, and then we want to basically have a final dictionary to keep track of the winner at that time. So self.final times of I equals to self.winner. And let's print self.final. This really took me a while to come up with, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. Self.final, okay, 0, this is the winner at the time. And now it's a lot easier because we just have to take this, convert it into a sorted list so we can use binary search. Take the keys, and then now we have to create another list called self.order, iterate over our dictionary, and for the dictionary, basically what we want to do is we want to find for this guy, this key, what was the frequency of it, right? So that's going to make our life easier because now we can actually use binary search to find the most recent winner. So basically we want to do a bisect left inside of self.k and t, and then the left is supposed to be right -1. So if we print t, which is the time, and then also self.k, left and right, and self.final. Annoying self.final. Now we can see that basically now 0 and 1, we know that 3 is in between this. We know that 12 is in between 0, 1, 2, and 3, and vice versa. So now, for example, if this is bigger than the biggest key in the dictionary, then we just want to return the last vote we've ever seen. So if right is bigger than or equal to length of self.k, then we just return self.order -1, -1. That's why we created this. So we keep track of whoever the keys and the most recent vote. And otherwise, if left is less than length of self.k and right is less than length of self.k, so they're within bounds. And so for example, if we have 25 here, 25 is here, so we can just get that result. So if self.k of right is equal to t, then just return self.final, whoever that winner was, self.k of right, because self.k is supposed to be the list of keys. Otherwise, if left, well, otherwise if it's not, then we just return self.final, self.k of left, right? Because, for example, if we're at 3 and 5 is not it, then we know it has to be 0, right? So let's run this. It took me a while to come up with this. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Submit it. Let's get rid of the print statements. And there you go, passes all test cases. This question, I'm telling you, was such a pain in the ass. But I finally struggled through it and solved it. So pretty happy about that. Other than that, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.